Welcome to Visa. As a company, we believe that safety is our top priority in any circumstance. Today, we will discuss the necessary safety procedures to help us in any emergency situations such as an earthquake.
And aside from being prepared, we also need to know how we can extend our help to others once we are in a position of vulnerability. We should not wait for any emergencies to occur before we seek the right things to do.
Please give your attention to the following steps and procedures. The following steps are in line with the protocols of Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS. These actions are applicable not only during work hours, but also at home or other social situations. And remember, it always pays to be prepared.
Experts say that calamities naturally tend to incite panic. However, remaining calm is a must in order to focus and put into action what you have been taught to do in an emergency situation.
It is safer to stay inside a building or shelter in place to avoid injuries caused by fallen debris. Do not attempt to run or leave the building. Evacuation alarms will be activated if there is a need to leave the building.
In any instance that there's no alarm, we do not recommend evacuation. Should you still decide to evacuate, use emergency doors and stairs, not elevators. Again, please protect yourself at all times from any falling debris. Stay only in designated evacuation areas.
The building is equipped with a seismic monitoring device that can determine the intensity of an earthquake. An evacuation alarm will only be triggered if our building is experiencing an earthquake with an intensity of 6 and above.
Our building is designed to withstand up to an intensity 7 earthquake. If the threshold of intensity 6 is reached, an evacuation announcement will be heard and an alarm will automatically go off. No matter what the intensity level is, it is still highly advisable to wait for the shaking to stop.
For a situation where evacuation is necessary, you will hear a public announcement stating the following.
This is not a drill. Please follow the direction from your floor marshals and calmly evacuate the building using the available exits. Do not go to your lockers or bring your belongings, as this will slow down the evacuation process. Do not rush to the exits and walk out in an orderly manner without causing stampede. Remain in the staging area for further information.
The decision guide to evacuate for all employees. Number 1 will be strong shaking. 2, hanging objects will be swinging. 3, office supplies are cluttered. Number 4, light and small things will be falling. And lastly, a rumbling sound can be heard.
Determining whether the shaking is strong or not may vary from person to person. When you are staying on a higher floor, you may feel the building in a swaying motion or in a longer shaking.
Wait until the shaking stops. Follow the instruction from the PA system and the emergency response teams wearing orange vests on safe evacuation procedures.
Always remember the 3 words that can save your life: drop, cover, and hold on. First is to find a place where you can safely drop to your knees. Be still while you take cover under a sturdy furniture like a bed or a table, and firmly hold onto it and remain covered.
Cover your head and torso to prevent from being hit by any falling object.
If you can't get under something strong, or if you are in a hallway, stay as low as possible or crouch against an interior wall or a concrete column.
If you are in a wheelchair, lock the wheels and protect the back of your head and your neck.
If you are in an elevator during an earthquake, hit the buttons for each floor and get out as soon as you can.
Avoid doorways. Doors may suddenly slam shut and cause injuries.
Stay away from glass walls, cabinets, and overhead shelves.
If, however, you're traveling via foot or in the middle of the road where there's nowhere to drop, cover and hold, keep at least 10 meters away from downed power lines, trees, buildings with glass windows, or walls made of bricks.
Most injuries that the disaster victims suffer came from fallen broken glass or debris. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. It is best to look for an open area.
In a span of 100 years, Philippines have only been struck by a big tsunami a few times. A tsunami caused by a magnitude 7.1 earthquake in Mindoro last November 15, 1994. A magnitude 8.1 earthquake has happened last August 1976 in Moro Gulf, generated by the Cotabato Trench that has created huge waves as high as 9 meters.
However, we should not be complacent. Staying alert and informed while staying inside the building is sometimes the best action plan. This is called shelter in place.
There are two types of evacuations when you are near the shore. One is keeping your distance away from the water, and second is getting yourself on a higher ground. This is what we call vertical evacuation.
Thank you for your attention. On behalf of VISA, we hope you enjoyed our earthquake safety tips. Stay safe!